Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'll be making melt and pour clear soap, very clear as you can see this one, and without alcohol. So I'm not going to be putting any alcohol in my soap, so it's very clear as you can see. It's clear soap. I'm just gonna try and cut this one, and it's very soft and it doesn't sweat. This soap doesn't sweat at all, as you can see. It's been sitting there but it doesn't sweat. See? So this is my clear soap, and I'm not gonna use alcohol in this one. So let's get started. So I'm gonna start by measuring all my ingredients. So our first ingredient we're gonna be measuring out is propane glycol. So this is our propane glycol. Okay. So now we're gonna be measuring our coconut oil. Okay, so we're measuring out our citric acid. Okay, so these are all our ingredients. And then our water. Okay, so now we're gonna get started by melting down our coconut oil and our citric acid, and then we'll get started with the soap making. And remember, we are not putting alcohol in our soap, and it will still come out very clear. So we're going to be measuring out our vegetable glycerin. As this helps to keep the skin moist, so we actually do really need this in our soap. So we're gonna follow this up with our lye water. transferred the water into this bowl so you can clearly see what I'm doing. So this is my lye. So I'm just gonna mix my lye until it's fully dissolved. While you're doing this, please make sure that you wear a mask. So you have to wear a mask so you don't breathe in the fumes of the lye. So I'm just gonna let my lye water cool down to the right temperature, then I'll continue with my soap. So now that my lye has cooled down, I'm gonna go ahead and add my vegetable glycerin into my lye water. And just mix everything together. Okay. So now I put that aside, and these are my oils. They have all melted. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start making my soap. So I'm just gonna scrape my bowl, make sure everything else is in the oils. And then mix this together. This soap is really easy to make. So just mix everything together. I make this soap a lot simply because I use it so much in my products. So every week I find myself making this soap. So I'm gonna go ahead and cover my soap. And then I'll be right back. I'm just gonna leave it here for 15 minutes. So guys, it's been 15 minutes, about 10-15 minutes. So I'm just gonna go ahead and add my other ingredients. So I'm gonna go ahead and blend my soap. So I've added my propane glycol, so I'm gonna add my soap. So I'm gonna go ahead and add my sorbitol. This is my sorbitol. So now I'm gonna blend my soap again. So remember I told you I'm not gonna add any alcohol in my soap today. So I'm gonna go ahead and blend this. So as you can see guys, our soap is coming on nicely. It looks like this because of the bubbles. They're like so many tiny bubbles that it looks like this, but it's gonna clear out in just a few minutes. So as you can see, my soap is clearing the bubbles, and when I do this, you can see how it's getting clear. And I want you to remember that we did not, and I repeat this, I did not put any alcohol in here. In fact, I'm just gonna actually not even spray alcohol on this because I don't want alcohol in my soap, this particular batch. So if you look closely, you will see that the bubbles are, you know, they're disappearing. So yeah, they're disappearing. So I'm just gonna let it sit. I'm not gonna I know I can spray alcohol on this and this will clear, but I rather leave it to clear on its own, simply because I don't want alcohol in this batch of soap. So I'll be right back when my soap clears the bubbles. So here is my soap. It's so clear, you can see the red cloth under my bowl, so I don't need to say much. You can see it's clear, and I made it without alcohol and it's perfect. So now I'm gonna start pouring my soap into my bowls. So these are my molds, and I'm gonna pour my soap carefully into my molds. And you see that my soap is very, very clear. So this is my soap now. I'm gonna let it sit for about 3 hours and it should be okay, and I'll come back and then mold with you. So guys, we're back to unmold our soap. Here, we made this yesterday. This is melt and pour clear soap, and with no alcohol. Now there's some more here, so I'm gonna start with this one. So as you can see, you can even see the board under here. It's so clear, see? So this is the soap I made yesterday, and I did not use any alcohol in my soap. So let's go ahead and unmold it. This is the really fun part for me, because these molds are super easy and they're super easy to, soap just comes out. Wow. This is so clear. I'm so excited about this. It is so clear. I don't even need to say anything, guys. Look. We didn't use any alcohol yesterday. Wow. This really came out very well. What can I say? It's so clear, extremely clear. So here you are. So if you want to make your melt and pour soap to be super clear like this, you just have to follow the recipe that I used. So I'll just go ahead and mold everything. So I'm so excited about this because it actually turned out so perfect. So the reason why I didn't use alcohol is because sometimes the alcohol smells in the soap, and you know, it kind of interferes with the you know, the fragrance. But actually this came out very perfect. I don't need to say much. You can see it's super clear. Here we are. It's so clear. So There we are. I have one more piece here that I'm gonna mold. This one, just a little bit left, so I poured it in here. So I'm just gonna carefully press. It will come out. So thin, I don't want to break it. Yes. This is so easy to make, really. Ah. Oh my god, that is so clear. Wow. Okay. I'm so excited and I'm so happy this came out, and I hope if you follow this recipe, your melt and pour without alcohol is gonna be as clear as mine. Thanks for watching, guys.